Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. I know the last two videos have been mostly about the 350Z and all the quarter panel work and some of the bigger things that I'm doing with that car, and we're finally switching gears back to the FC. And honestly, I'm super excited because I've been pretty hesitant to start bigger jobs on this car because there are a couple of more shows the rest of the year, and if this car is down, then I basically have no car to drive. But I have been collecting certain pieces to do certain jobs, and we finally get to start one of them today. It's about 5 p.m. and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it all tonight, but I really want to because it's one of those things that I've been holding off on and really need to do at this point. So for about as long as I can remember, my front calipers have been seized. Now I bought these in a pinch for about $300, and I think I begged the guy to buy them same day because I needed them that badly. And with the FCs, when you upgrade to a 5-lug swap, you have to upgrade to the Turbo 2 4-pop pistons, and they're getting harder and harder to find in good condition. So I kind of just bought whatever I could get at that time. And I remember when Mikey came to tow this thing, me and a couple guys were pushing this car and the front brakes were locking up just from pushing it. So it's been a long time issue, and I don't really remember what I ended up doing to kind of make it work. Then I bought this rebuild kit from Atkins Rotary. I think this was maybe like $12 or something. But since this is my only car, I don't really have the time and the ability to take the calipers off, take them apart, and like diagnose if they're able to be rebuilt. And then if I can't rebuild them, then I'm out of calipers. So I ended up picking up these guys, and I'm just gonna throw them on for now. And the other ones I'm going to actually take apart and diagnose and see if they're fixable, and then maybe get them powder coated so they actually look really nice. But then for the meantime, at least I'm able to drive the car. The second thing that we're gonna try to tackle, since we're gonna be down by the suspension anyways, are my hubs. Now, I got a set of 2, even though only one of them is bad. So when I was getting my alignment, I did remember being told that my passenger side wheel bearing was bad. So that's also been on my list for a very long time, but instead of pressing this bearing out, I figured I might as well just get the whole hub, and I got these 2 for 70 bucks on Facebook. So ended up working out, and I've been holding on to both of those until I've been ready to do the calipers, because then I can do it all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Since we're working on the front end, I'm gonna drive up on some wood blocks because I really don't want to take the bumper off, and I don't want to bust the bumper either. On second thought, I think I'm just going to take the bumper off because I'm going to have to go up another piece of wood if I can get to the jack point down there. And at that point, we're probably just going to be driving up a tree. So, just going to take the bumper off. Now that it's accessible, we're going to jack it up from the subframe. Alright, so we're going to shake this wheel, see if we can see the play.
Oh yeah, you can kind of feel it.
Yeah.
But notice how it happens up and down and side to side.
Ah.
So if it was side to side, that would make me think it's more of a tie rod issue.
But we replaced the tie rods.
We did. But it's every direction. But the best way that you can determine is looking at the rotor and then compare that to the caliper. Because if you think about it, the caliper is bolted to the knuckle. The rotor is attached to the bearing. So if the caliper doesn't move, it's a bearing issue. So you can see the rotor moving and you cannot see the caliper moving. It tells me bearing.
Yeah. Should we check the other side too, just to be sure?
Definitely.
Now I remember that this one did not have play.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so this side's good.
This is seized though.
Yep. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
You can hear the brake. It sounds like the brakes are being applied.
Yep. Yep. So for everybody that keeps saying, Tay, you keep saying this is your drift car, why don't you take it to the track? Why don't you drift it? Well, I mean, if I could stop the car, I would definitely take it to the track and drift it. But I can't, so that's what we're fixing today.
Yeah, you tell them, babe.
Caliper reveal. Now these don't look too bad, but yeah, they're seized. So 17 on the top. It's another 17 here on the bottom. After that, caliper should come right off, but because it's so seized on here, it might need a little bit of help. So I ended up upgrading to the TAYSZ Bays brake lines. Clearly they didn't come off very easily, but I'm gonna try to reuse these. So we're looking at the old calipers here, and you should be able to squeeze these.
Yeah, pushing the pistons. It's going a little bit, you can only tell because of it bubbling right here, but not easily.
Yeah, not easily at all.
You can also try and use the channel locks, see if they break free or loose. Could be some rust buildup in there. Either way, they gotta be rebuilt.
Yeah, this is rough. Now we get to put the caliper back together with the new slide pins, and I'm gonna reuse my brake pads because they don't have that much use on them. The new calipers did come with brake pads, but I might as well just use the ones I have. And then they came with slide pins. I ended up cleaning these with Scotch-Brite, so I got a lot of the rust off. So we're gonna grease these up and put the calipers back together and put them back on. After you grease up your slide pins, you're gonna slide them through here like this. Once both of the slide pins are in, you're gonna take your retaining clip. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I call it. It was a little hard to do while I was holding it up. And then make sure both sides go into the sliding pin. Now our brake pads are held in place, and we can reinstall this. Now onto this side is going to be a little bit more work because we're going to do the caliper and the hub. I think it's so funny when you squeeze the piston and then the fluid comes out. Luckily this one doesn't seem to be as bad as the other one, so I have a little bit more faith in this one being savable. The other one though, I'm not so sure. Fold flat with just my fingers. Keep this in a safe place. So I went to grab a 22 just to see if I could find the right size, and tell me why this was already loose. Like it was already this loose. So yeah, that could definitely be why I have some play in my bearing. Okay, looks like it's a 24. Holy shit, that was so loose. Alright, well, it doesn't seem to be moving anymore, but just to be sure, I'm going to put the rotor on some lug nuts and see if it still moves back and forth. That's nice though. Kind of bought these hubs for no reason, but at least it was an easy fix. I think that fixed the problem. Well, cool. Now I have extra hubs and we can just throw this caliper back on and be done with this job, thank God. All right, it's dark now, but we're gonna bleed the brakes and I'll probably do a test drive tomorrow. I have my helper.
I'm your helper?
Mm-hmm. Ow.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hold it. Okay.
Nothing came out. All right. Give it to Tree. Okay. Oh, all right. She's squirting.
Where's the squirting?
She's squirting straight out. Cracking her loose. All right. All right. She's good. Oh, all right. She squirted right out. Right out. Let's see how we're doing out here. We're good. We're good.
All right.
All right. Let's do her one more time, just for good luck. Hold on. I'm not ready. I'm gonna finish up putting the bumper on tomorrow and do the test drive tomorrow, but I just want to see how the brakes actually feel in comparison to how they used to feel. I know it's so dark in here, but it does feel so much better, like an actual healthy car brakes. Yeah, this feels much better. I can't wait to drive it tomorrow. Damn guys, this was a total side project. I forgot that I made a tint appointment for the FC just to get the rear hatch done because we have Tuner Evo on Sunday, so I kind of wanted to get at least the old tint off the hatch, and they absolutely killed it. So I'm here at Just the Details in Sycamore, Illinois. I was recommended by Mikey, the guy who took out my quarter glasses, and he told me that it was a detail shop right by a Culver's, so that sold me. Holy shit, it looks so good. I did 20% back here. They were able to get all of the old blue tint off the top here. It looks so clean now. This is also ceramic tint, so it's gonna help with like heat inside the car. It looks so clean. It's crazy what tint can do to a car, truly. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the side windows yet, so I just wanted to do the back for now. Side windows I'll probably do eventually, but maybe not as dark as that. But the 20% looks so clean. They gave me a list of things to make sure you avoid and don't do, how to clean it and stuff. So happy with how this turns out. So shout out to Just the Details. They do ceramic stuff, so paint protection, coating, tint, everything. Highly recommend. Here's an inside shot. It used to look really bad with the rear camera because you used to be able to see the line of the blue tint. So it's so clear now. Okay, we are done with the FC side quest, and I'm down here in the basement because we're gonna start our next renovation project, and that is the guest bedroom. We've had some friends over before, and they've just slept on our couch, and I really want to dedicate this to be a guest bedroom. We are just gonna keep the carpet in here for now, so I kind of have to work with what I have here, and I absolutely hate this light. It's broken and it just reminds me of a prison cell. Yeah, I've had like my brother stay over, we've had a couple friends stay over, and they've had to sleep on an air mattress or our couch, so not ideal. And I want to make this room a little bit more homey, to say the least. We have a little half window down here that I absolutely hate because it's not sealing anything in, and there's always spiders and bugs in here, which could definitely be because of all the other windows as well, because there's windows all around the side of the basement down there. I don't like bugs, I don't like spiders, so I got this kit from Menards. My dad actually recommended this. It's like a window insulation thing. I think it's supposed to be for like a draft, so it's not super cold. But I asked the guy at the store if this would help with the bugs, and he said yes. So I'm gonna first put this on because I don't even want to be in this room if there's going to be spiders. Installation looks pretty easy. Just put this tape around the window and then stretch out the film. Make sure that there's no wrinkles in there. Trim the excess and then use a hairdryer to, tight fit it. I don't really know, but looks like all we'll need are scissors and a blow dryer. I'm gonna clean all this first. I would prefer to replace the windows down here, but I know that that's a whole nother can of worms. So we're just gonna make do with what we got here. Oh, that's disgusting. I feel like I have zero faith in this product actually working. It said to go around the edges to get the wrinkles out, and it looks like that worked, but like I can tell that this like lifted up with the adhesive, which kind of sucks. Absolutely zero faith that that product will work, but that means that we can move on to paint. So I picked a color that was super gender neutral. I don't want the color of the walls to clash with anything in the room. So I got kind of like a beige sand color. I know it's super basic, but I have plans to make everything else pop. And then I saw this, which this is such a marketing scam. It's like vanilla bean odor, like paint additive. So like your paint will smell like whatever you want it to do. Actually, it's supposed to help with like smoke odors, pet odors, cooking odors. Okay, that's valid. That's valid. But it's only supposed to last like 2 to 4 months. And I was like, it, whatever. Like, we'll make this room smell like vanilla bean. All right, I'll be right back. Paint is all done, guys. I just took off all the tape from the ceilings, which is the most satisfying part. But like taping everything up and then painting, it's just like my least favorite part of the process. So I tried to get both coats done last night, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. It's a little bit warmer than the camera is picking up, but that's exactly what I wanted because I didn't want the color of the walls to be pulling your eyes to anything. I want the decor and all the colors I'm going to put into the room to be you know, what draws your eye. I also found this massive cobweb on the ceiling just to show that there are definitely spiders down here. Not sure that the shrink wrap window is doing much, so I think we're just gonna caulk it from the inside and the outside and then just call it a day for now. Next step, I definitely want to see what's under this light thing to see if I can mount a fan. The ceilings in here are pretty short. Mind you, I'm 5'6" and I can touch the ceiling, so that just goes to show that this room is pretty small. So I'm wondering if maybe a little fan like the one I put in our room that was small and doesn't need a lot to mount it to would work in here. Got this rug on TikTok Shop. Are we surprised that it's green? No, we are not. I don't know if it's controversial to be putting a rug on top of carpet. It's just a way to like spice it up a little bit. Hopefully as we keep adding things in here, it will come more to life. Now I think it's time for some furniture. Thanks to today's video sponsor, FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot knew that I was working on the guest bedroom, so they sent over 2 nightstands and a full bed frame. The cool thing about this brand too is they pride themselves on the art of Japanese joinery, which I didn't even know what that was, but it's kind of the idea that things just should fit together without tools, and I'll explain as I open them. I'm opening up the nightstand right now, and this thing is packaged really well. Ooh, I love this color. I think I got the oak. I'm so surprised that this came completely assembled, but it's super nice, solid wood. The drawer feels really nice. It doesn't feel flimsy at all. Okay, FlexiSpot, I see you. These are freaking perfect, bro. Look how they match the wood trim beautifully. They're so smooth. Everything is sturdy and nice. It's exactly what I wanted. Just something very simple. Let's put the bed frame together though and see what that consists of. Okay, so I got everything unboxed and I have it laid out here on the floor. So I think the first step is we're gonna put the legs on. It's supposed to just slide in like this. Oh, that was pretty easy. I love this concept of just like fitting the wood in here and just like no tools required. And in terms of hardware, you use these little turn knobs to go up into the wood like this. So nothing is up top, which is really nice because it's like hidden hardware. You get these longer screws to go on the outsides. And it's cool that it's velcroed in place so it doesn't like shift around. Wow, I love it. It's so perfect. Now they do have a version that has a headboard or a pillow board if you were interested. I kind of like it without a headboard, to be completely honest with you. I'm probably gonna go and try and get a smaller mattress just so that it doesn't look too high off the ground. I prefer beds that are a little bit lower to the ground. But the color, the sturdiness, it just feels so good. The installation process was so easy. Honestly, 10 out of 10. I like recommending things that I would genuinely use in my own life. And to be honest, I want to go to their website and see if they have anything else. Because if furniture is not this easy to put together, then I don't want it. Having Mike take off the light up here just so I can see what's underneath here.
I think if we wiggle it enough, it'll come off.
Think so?
No.
How the hell is this mounted? Oh.
Holes to patch here.
Straight into the drywall.
Oh yeah, I love that. All of these are at an angle too. All right, ready to catch?
Ooh, it's hot.
All right, get ready to catch.
Okay.
I thought you said okay.
I was holding it, but it's heavy.
Yeah.
Dude, why would they make the hole off-centered like this?
They did such a great job.
Yeah, great. Now I'm gonna have to try to find a ceiling light that will work for this. Alright guys, here is the final-ish review of the guest bedroom. I'm still waiting on a couple of things to come in the mail, like some switches and little decor stuff, but For the most part, we have everything settled. I know that the light on the ceiling is probably the biggest issue. So if you guys have any suggestions on what to do about this, would like to make it centered. So I don't know if we need to do some drywall work and like rerun the wires, but not the biggest concern right now because it's already pretty cold down here and maybe we can just do a floor fan or something. But we put the dresser in here, a little bit of decor. We got the mirror over here, got the curtains so that it hides all of our storage stuff back here. Finally got the bed all situated, got a mattress and some bedding. I don't know about you guys, but this looks so comfy. I want to sleep here right now. Some fake trees, little decor, you know what I'm saying? And then I got these lights, and the coolest thing about these is they're battery charged and they come with like a remote like this. So you can change the color of them to any color you want. And then even if you do like a white color, you can change the tones. You can do like a cool tone or a warm tone. Super cool. Also put these little charging docks up here just so nobody has to try to find like an outlet or anything. They're just on both sides. And then last thing I got to do is put up this picture, which I think will suit the room perfectly. But yeah, overall, this is what the room is looking like. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully it looks really cozy. We do have Kay and Nico sleeping over tonight, so I'll get their, you know, honest feedback in the morning about what they think. But thank you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in the nightstands or the bed frame, check out their stuff on their website. It's honestly so great. Highly recommend. Thoughts? You look so cozy right now. All right, who's staying over? So Tuner Evo is tomorrow, and Mike wants to try on some veil sides in the back of the FC. So I said, screw it. Let's put some new wheels on the back.
Change it up a bit, you know? Man, I've been telling you to put these on for how long?
I don't even know.
I have a full set of these too.
What are the specs on these?
18 by 10 plus 40 or something.
Okay. All right, what size should we try?
Well, we'll try this one and see if you have enough threads.
Yeah.
You gotta do a shot like this to show how this is gonna be too weak.
Oof. Yeah. It's hard with the over fenders, you know. If it was stock body, it'd be different, but I just love a rear wide body so much. So much. Just looks so good. The veil sides were a little too weak of a spec, so we're gonna try these SSRs on instead.
The Gloria.
Sheesh. Holy shit, that looks good.
These are bald.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Bald?
Oh, I thought you said bald, and I was like, hold on. Hold on. We are not putting bald tires back on this car.
They're brand new.
Brand new. True. I think these ones were also, yeah. So I was pretty worried about that. I've also just been experiencing like a really bad vibration coming from the back over like about 45 miles an hour. And I'm wondering if the BRs and the tires are causing that.
Oh, no. They're definitely not drifted on.
Freshly drifted on. It looks better from the back now, like a lot better, but I'm worried it's gonna hit the over fender, to be honest.
Yeah, these are kind of meaty tires.
It fits a lot better
That's tough.
than my fender.
Spec too good. Your head's sitting on it.
Yep.
Oh well. Enjoy the sight.
The SSRs were rubbing a little too much, and I want to switch it up and not run the RG2s again. So I think we're going to try all 4 Model 6s, and they're white. So I don't love white wheels because they just get so dirty, and I don't know, it just feels too like blocky to me, but we're going to try it. Mike really wants to try the Model 6s on. So we got to take the rears off the Z.
These are on wire.
Are you serious?
I mean, my foot slipped coming out of the garage. It probably just melted the rest of them.
Oh, really?
They're both white.
Are they?
XT7 rear and Model 6 front. That could be sick.
Oh my god.
Same spec. What you've already done.
Yeah. All right. F it. Take these off.
Take these off.
Take them off.
Put them up.
We truly get the most beautiful sunsets out here. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
It might be a little aggressive.
It doesn't rub though, does it?
We're gonna have to test drive it.
Alright guys, these wheels will not work. I can already see tire coming off. Rip. I was actually really liking the white look, I'm not gonna lie. Well, y'all, we were on our way to Tuner Evo and something broke, so let's see what the hell just happened. Gonna leave the car here and go to the show since we're like 10 minutes away. Drive shaft bolts are M10 by 1.25 and they are 28 millimeter. So we're gonna get 25 and 30, even though I think the 30 is gonna be one that fits. 17 and a 15 are gonna get a quick jack. Unfortunately, here in Illinois, like if you're on the side of the highway, they only give you like an hour or so to come get your car. Otherwise they tow it. So I really don't want them to tow the car. So last night we switched my wheels to some XT7s and Model 6s. And I was super excited because the BRs were definitely like in need of a flip and it was causing such a big vibration. So when we left today, I was like, man, like the car's driving so much better. There's not a crazy vibration. And then we were like 10 minutes away and I was typing in my phone and I hit send to him and I was like, man, this car is vibrating so bad. And then I hear boom. And I was like, oh no. And yeah, the drive shaft fell out. So I don't know how long it's been loose for, but honestly the vibration was worse than it's ever been. It definitely didn't feel like tires this time. Two drive shaft bolts in and it's driving but not very good. We're just gonna try to make it. And of course, as soon as we get there and finish it, the tollway people show up. But the guy was super chill. He just wanted to know if we were okay. Holy shit, guys. We made it to the show. I just parked up. To say I'm shaking is an understatement. I was so nervous that whole time. I've never had this car ever break down like that. I thought I lost a wheel or something from the way it sounded. But thank God for Mike, honestly. Like, he is such a gentleman and a man. He was like, you're not getting into this car. Because I was like, just leave me here, I'll figure it out, I'll fix it. But he was like, nope, we're going to AutoZone. He was like, do not go under this car. Just a real man, for sure. We had to go back to AutoZone a second time because they forgot the nuts. So we got two drive shaft bolts in, and we made it here. So now it's time to clean the car, unpack, set up our booth, which we were supposed to do about an hour ago, but we're here and that's all that matters. I just bought a new drive shaft. It was $100, so shout out to Matt Montgomery. If you ever need FC parts, this guy's the plug on Facebook, so thank you to him. And let's get this show started. Well guys, show is over. Got the car outside. Got Alfred here who's gonna tow me home. I really didn't feel comfortable driving the car all the way back home, especially with only two diff bolts in there. Drive shaft bolts in there. So much has happened today. It was such a great show, but I just was so anxious about how I was gonna get home the entire time. but luckily Alfred offered to tow the car. So grateful, because like I said, it's an hour drive home. The exhaust is dragging and the drive shaft sounded really bad as I was driving up here. So very grateful. We're gonna load it up now and get home. It's also gonna rain as well, so I just feel overall better that I'm not driving the car at all.
Thanks, Alfred.
I got you, dog.
Damn, why does it look so good on the trailer? For the wrong reasons. We finally made it home and the RX-7 is here safe and sound. I was super sketched out about driving it an hour back home in the condition that it was in. And shout out to Alfred, he left the show early to go borrow his dad's trailer and then come back, and in perfect timing, he got there and we loaded the car up and we got it back. I'm so appreciative of having friends like that who just spring into action and, you know, would offer a hand at any time. So shout out to him, and that's exactly the type of friend I want to be. However, we do have a drive shaft on the way. I'm probably going to have to inspect the damage on the diff as well as the exhaust. So I guess you guys know what to expect in the next video. So I will see you then, and hopefully we can get this ready to go for the next event. But I will see you guys in that next video. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you then.